The following is a live sports presentation of Glycod. GLICOD.com.
Glycod's coverage of Central Kentucky high school basketball starts now. Presented by Bluegrass Community and Technical College.
And a pleasant good evening live on Glycod. It's a doubleheader from Scott County for the 42nd District Semifinals tonight. I'm Chris Lamar. He's former UK Wildcat Sean Woods. Thank you so much for joining us. We've got a Sayre and Douglas doubleheader tonight. First for the girls, Sayre, a very strong win last night versus Bryan Station.
Wow, they were very impressive. I talked about the two Catherines, Kinder and Monahan. One's the point guard and the other one's the scorer, and both of them were dynamite against Bryan Station yesterday. And I'm telling you what, I didn't know anything about this Sayre women's team, but I think they can cause some trouble with Douglas just because you got two great guards that can handle the pressure that Douglas tries to put on you.
Spartans made 10 threes last night. What do they need to do tonight to beat a very sound Douglas team?
They got to be strong with their ball. Yeah. They got to handle Douglas's pressure. And then not only do they need to handle it, they need to break it to score. They got another young lady, the 8th grader,
Adria Jones.
Adria Jones, I'm sorry. And she can shoot the lights out. Yeah. So once you break that pressure, sometimes those shooters get lost against press. And if she gets to knocking them down like she did last night, it may be a little problems for Douglas.
Douglas, the big favorite in both these games. On the boys' side, you've got Sayre. They've already lost to Douglas twice by an average of 14 points. And for the Broncos, they've won 17 of 18.
Another impressive win by them last night, too, against Scott County. Playing with more confidence, shooting the ball much better, especially from the free throw line. And Coach Goodman knows that that's been an Achilles heel for this team. They've been in every basketball game, but when you don't make free throws, especially down the stretch, hard to win basketball games when they're close.
So glad you joined us. Pull up a chair. We'll be here for the next 4 hours or so. We're live in Georgetown. I'm Sean Woods. He's Chris Labar, or vice versa. We'll chat with both head coaches in just a moment.
Central Kentucky Driving School is raising the bar in driver education because the safety of their students is too important for anything less. Offering driver training for teens and adults, Central Kentucky Driving School will equip you with the skills needed to become a safe and confident driver. A proud community partner, Central Kentucky Driving School invests in their students and families and guides you every step of the way. For more information, give them a call at 859-538-7775 or visit drivecky.com.
A new year means next level math, but even the best teachers can't always provide the personal attention each child needs. Magnesium has a solution to help any student excel. Our caring, highly trained instructors use a range of teaching modes that ensure true foundational understanding. We're not about rote memorization. The Magnesium method develops the critical thinking and problem-solving skills they need to succeed, with the option to learn face-to-face online at home or face-to-face at one of our 1,000 neighborhood learning centers. Magnesium, we're changing lives through math.
When it comes to vaping, the truth can get clouded. So let's make it clear. Vaping is not safe for youth.
Because vaping can put microscopic particles into your lungs.
And dangerous things like metals into your body.
And nicotine, which can harm a person's brain development through their mid-20s.
With appealing flavors, high nicotine levels, and lots of promotion on social media.
Many kids think vaping is harmless, but it's not.
So talk to your kids about the risks of vaping.
Because when you talk, they hear you.
With Fast Signs, create striking custom visuals that inspire pride district-wide. Fast Signs, make your statement.
Let's get real. We offer a lot of the same courses you'll find at a four-year college. But with our small classes and personal attention, you won't get lost in the crowd. College for the real world. College for your world.
At Don Franklin, we're about more than just selling cars. We're about families, generations of them. Founded by my parents in 1968, we've been here growing alongside you. From the first family car to the newest model for the next generation, our values of trust, care, and commitment are in every handshake, every deal. With over 5,000 vehicles to choose from, check them all out at DonFranklinAuto.com. Don Franklin, driven by family.
People want to define Gen Z, but that's our job.
I wait tables.
but last week I built a field hospital. I put out a forest fire. I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives. And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time. While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
This edition of Coach's Comments is brought to you by the Kentucky Army National Guard. Serve your country while going to school or work full-time. Find your fit at nationalguard.com.
Well, DJ, the postseason starts tonight against Sayre. How do you guys feel coming in?
Man, we're just happy about it, man. Happy to be here. Hopefully the girls are excited, man, and accepting the challenge tonight.
Sayre put up a good effort last night, made 10 threes. What impressed you about that win?
Man, actually, they fought to the end. That's what I liked about them. They scrapped, fought to the end, man, didn't get down themselves, man, and just competed.
So your team obviously different without Kate Baker. How are you guys going to have to play without all that offense?
Yeah, we're definitely different without her. Man, just right now, man, just trying to just cover all bases right now, man, and just take care of the ball, man, and limit our turnovers right now. And, scoring to come, man, but like I told these girls, man, as long as we pick it up on defense, man, we should be all right, hopefully, man. We should be able to compete.
Is that what you feel like you guys hang your head on, transition and then defense?
Yeah, well, I feel like at times, when we got to go transition, at times when teams like to slow us up, we can't execute. So I just feel like pick your poison at times, but of course, we get out in transition when we can. We do got some fast girls on the team, so it does favor us a lot. But like I said, at times when we just got to be disciplined. At times when teams try to slow us up, and we didn't see that during the season this year. You guys lost some games late. How much of a concern was that, or is that at all? Really, man, the games we had lost. It was it's kind of part of it. As far as like I said, Cooper gave us a nice loss. Man, took it on the chin, but we needed that. Actually, like I said, and came in. We actually competed pretty well against Sacred Heart. I felt like couple layup misses, free throws. But at the end of the day, man, we take it either way, whichever way it came in, and they learned off of that, and they got to see it. They wasn't happy that we lost, but they got to see some of the things that we did do well, some things that we did do that we didn't do well. So we kind of worked on that coming in this week, and we'll see how we do tonight. How exciting is it to begin another postseason? Man, I'm excited, man. Especially being over here. It's my 5th year over here at Douglas, man, and. Like I was telling the guy the other day, man, I was fortunate to get lucky to go regional my first year when I came in, and then we've been rolling ever since, man. And I'm just happy to be here, man, and happy how this culture has changed over here, this program has changed over here at Douglas for the girls, man, and just happy how it's become, how it's looking for the future. All the best tonight. Good luck. Thanks, appreciate that. Head coach DJ Moberly will be back to Scott County High School right after this. Please.
People want to define Gen Z, but that's our job.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital. I put out a forest fire. I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives. And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time. While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
You've got a lot of places to be. At Cartown Kia, we want to know, where can we take you?
Go for savings in the new 2025 Kia Telluride. Just $399 down and $399 a month. Or a 2025 Kia Sorento. Just $289 down and $289 a month. Or the hot new 2025 Kia K4. Yours for just $199 down and $199 a month.
And don't forget our 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. Wherever you're going, start here at Cartown Kia and CartownKiaUSA.com.
Donating plasma is an easy way to earn up to $600 a month as a new donor while saving lives. That's right. Every donation you make helps patients in need survive and thrive. Returning donors also see monthly bonus payouts and I Give Rewards points. Go to cslplasma.com to learn more about plasma donation. CSL Plasma. Good for you, great for life.
I love Head Start.
Children love Head Start, and you will too. Community Action Council's prep academies are hiring now. Head Start is an early childhood education program for children from birth to age 5. Help us give more children the Head Start advantage.
Teacher, what are you waiting for?
Join our team of dedicated education professionals. Apply online today at comaction.org. What are you waiting for?
Are you an HVAC and refrigeration tech looking for new opportunities? Tech24 is your single source for commercial HVAC, refrigeration, and kitchen equipment maintenance all across the country. We have exciting career opportunities with great pay and benefits in your area. To learn more, contact Brad at 864-549-8344 and check us out on the web at mytech24.com. 864-549-8344.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball from Glycod.
This broadcast is authorized by Scott County High School with production rights owned by Glycod. Our aim is to provide the most positive representation for all participating student athletes, coaches, and game personnel. Thank you for watching. So, Sean, the storyline for Douglas as they try to get back to the region for what has been now 5 consecutive seasons. How will they recapture the offense without the injured Kate Baker?
Well, we all know how much Kate Baker meant to this program, not just this year, but throughout the last 4 or 5 years. DJ Moberly is still devastated about her injury. He said that she was the heartbeat of the team. She was the person that really believed in him, the first student athlete that believed in him from the beginning, and she's really helped him enhance this culture. So we watched him play against Sacred Heart last week, and you could tell that this team's rhythm was a little off. But now they're going to have to really depend on Tamia Wade to be the catalyst for this basketball team. Even though she's an 8th grader, she has a lot of experience. She plays with a lot of poise, and she's so savvy with the basketball that she's got to be the one to make this team go. And we all know about Jalee Knowles. She's got to be herself throughout this district tournament for them to get back to the regionals.
Well, you saw the graphic there, Baker, just almost 1,000 career points, but 75 made threes this year. Boy, that's a lot of points they're going to need to get back.
I'll tell you what, she averaged 10 points, 2 rebounds, shot 44% from the field, 45% from the three. She led the region with 74 three-pointers, and she was just 19 points away from 1,000 before she got hurt.
Yeah.
And that's just so sad. But I tell you what, I'm sure DJ Mobley's going to have his team ready to go, fired up. Hey, next man up. And we'll see what happens against this talented and surprising Sayre team who looked really, really amazing last night against Bryan Station.
Yeah, they really did. They're 18-9 are the Spartans. And you'll hear from Coach Eric Kinder. He'll chat about his prolific backcourt with our Sean Woods. That conversation on the way back. You're watching the District 42 semifinals on Glycod.
New year means next level math, but even the best teachers can't always provide the personal attention each child needs. Magnesium has a solution to help any student excel. Our caring, highly trained instructors use a range of teaching modes that ensure true foundational understanding. We're not about rote memorization. The Magnesium method develops the critical thinking and problem-solving skills they need to succeed, with the option to learn face-to-face online at home or face-to-face at one of our 1,000 neighborhood learning centers. Magnesium, we're changing lives through math.
At Don Franklin, we're about more than just selling cars. We're about families, generations of them. Founded by my parents in 1968, we've been here growing alongside you. From the first family car to the newest model for the next generation, our values of trust, care, and commitment are in every handshake, every deal. With over 5,000 vehicles to choose from, check them all out at DonFranklinAuto.com. Don Franklin, driven by family.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks.
All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable. They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
Home of excellent service, support, and satisfaction, Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment is your one-stop mower shop. Family owned since 1985, Lexington Outdoor offers top brands like Husqvarna, Toro, Grasshopper, and Echo. Plus, free pickup and delivery. Located just 2 miles west of Douglas High School, they're open weekdays and most Saturday mornings. For more info, stop in or visit their website at lexoutdoorpower.com. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job.
Stuck on the road? Call Martin's Peterbilt Mobile Service. Our 24/7 commercial roadside service, truck and trailer repair, and warranty service will have you back on the road in no time. Call us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Martin's Peterbilt, keeping you rolling.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball from Glycod.
Here with Coach Kinder of the Sayre Lady Spartans. Coach, you had a great game last night. You took care of business against Bryan Station. Now you got another foe to continue to make this a miraculous season against a tough Douglas Bronco basketball team. What are your thoughts tonight?
We are in an uphill battle tonight. Douglas is a phenomenal team. They're battle tested. They've played everybody in the state that's a quality team, and we're going to come out here. We're going to give it our best, do what we do, and then try to limit the turnovers that Douglas is good at forcing.
Well, Coach, we all know the different presses that DJ Moberly runs with his girls, but I was highly impressed with your guard play yesterday, and I'm kind of confident where I am confident, with the two guards that you got and the three-headed monster, really, they all can score, but they all can dribble, pass, and shoot. The confidence in your point guard, does that get you over a little bit, keeping the other team, giving them some type of confidence about not being on their heels against this pressure?
It does. It gives me confidence, but more importantly, it gives our players on the court confidence. If we can keep the ball in Catherine Monahan or Catherine Kinder's hands in this press, we'll be a lot more successful than maybe most. These are two really good guards who embrace pressure, who don't fold under pressure, and can get through this pressure. And that's not to say we won't turn the ball over. We're probably going to see a few of those, but that's what Douglas does. But I am confident that we can get through this press tonight.
Give me the 3 keys real quick, what needs to be done to make sure you get this victory.
Well, for one, we got to limit turnovers. 2, we got to limit their points in transition. Their bread and butter is scoring points in transition. We got to limit that the best we can, which means don't turn the ball over, get back off of missed shots, made shots, whatever it is, they will run the floor, and limit their paint touches. They score probably 70-75% of their points right in the paint, on the blocks. Phenomenal at getting the ball in there, phenomenal at finishing. We got to pack it in, force them to shoot from the outside. They're a good shooting team from the outside, but the percentages say they're a better shooting team from the block. So we'll pack it in and do the best we can to keep them shooting from the perimeter.
Well, Coach, seems like you got a great game plan. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
All right, buddy.
Central Kentucky Driving School is raising the bar in driver education because the safety of their students is too important for anything less. Offering driver training for teens and adults, Central Kentucky Driving School will equip you with the skills needed to become a safe and confident driver. A proud community partner, Central Kentucky Driving School invests in their students and families and guides you every step of the way. For more information, give them a call at 859-538-7775 or visit drivecky.com.
Let's get real. With us, you'll get a great education that can lead to a great career faster. Even better, you won't end up with crippling debt. College for the real world. College for your world.
Proudly based in Jessamine County, R.J. Corman Railroad Group has been serving North America's railroad industry since 1973. Find out more by visiting rjcorman.com. For high-quality railroad service, it's R.J. Corman.
We all want our kids to grow up safe and healthy, so we show them how, and we tell them with honest conversations that let them know what we expect. That's especially important when it comes to alcohol and other drugs. Kids need to know the dangers and how to avoid them. And when it comes to pain medications, opioids, they need to know that they should never be taken without a prescription and never shared with friends or family. It's dangerous and illegal. So talk with your kids, because when you talk, they hear you.
People want to define Gen Z, but that's our job.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives. And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time. While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by the Kentucky Army National Guard. Serve your country while going to school or work full-time. Find your fit at nationalguard.com.
Tonight's keys to the game are presented by our great friends at Tech 24. Seeking a fresh start to your career, Tech 24 is a commercial food service repair company that is hiring in Lexington. For more information, contact Brad Wilson at 864-549-8344. And Sean, you heard Coach Kinder talk about a couple of things, but you've got some to add as well.
Well, adding to him, he understands, like I do, they must handle Douglas's pressure defense. Attack it to score. Don't just attack it to break it, because they don't stop trapping. So you got to attack it. There's going to be opportunities for you to break it and go score. When you have those opportunities, go do so. Second of all, play with the same confidence that you did against Bryan Station last night. I thought this team thought that they can win. Their guard play was tremendous. They play with great confidence. They're going to need that same mentality going against Douglas's juggernaut. Also, control the boards. Limit Douglas's offensive rebounds. That's what Douglas hangs their hat on. They throw the ball up there and they go get it and put the ball back in for second chance shots and also and ones. And fourth, don't let Douglas athleticism beat you to loose balls. They can't out-quick you. You got to want the ball just as much or more as they do, and you got to be as physical with them as you were against Bryan Station.
And for the Broncos, really paramount that they get off to a good start.
They have to get off to a good start. They really can't let Sayre get confidence making shots, feel like they can control the tempo with the way they handle the basketball. So they got to come out with the right mindset and don't take Sayre for granted. 2, keep Sayre on their heels with their pressure defense. Don't let Sayre breathe. Keep them hyperventilating. Stand with it, and eventually they'll crack and they'll wear down. Thirdly, got to make shots. Finish layups that you create either from your steals or drives. They got to finish some of those layups that they missed a lot, especially against Sacred Heart.
This is a team, they scored the Broncos 64 a game, but they leave a lot of points, I think, off the board because they don't finish the bunnies.
They don't, and that's been a Achilles heel for DJ Moberly's team because they play so hard and they create so much havoc. But to not get the score after all the hard work that you've done to create a turnover and get point blanks, that's kind of devastating.
Starting lineups on the way back. We're 5 minutes ahead of tip between Sayre and Frederick Douglass. Sean and I with more coverage from Scott County High School right after this.
People want to define Gen Z, but that's our job.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives. And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time. While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
You've got a lot of places to be. At Cartown Kia, we want to know, where can we take you?
Go for savings in the new 2025 Kia Telluride. Just $399 down and $399 a month. Or a 2025 Kia Sorento. Just $289 down and $289 a month. Or the hot new 2025 Kia K4. Yours for just $199 down and $199 a month.
And don't forget our 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. Wherever you're going, start here at Cartown Kia and CartownKiaUSA.com.
Donating plasma is an easy way to earn up to $600 a month as a new donor while saving lives. That's right. Every donation you make helps patients in need survive and thrive. Returning donors also see monthly bonus payouts and I Give Rewards points. Go to cslplasma.com to learn more about plasma donation. CSL Plasma. Good for you, great for life.
I love Head Start.
Children love Head Start, and you will too. Community Action Council's prep academies are hiring now. Head Start is an early childhood education program for children from birth to age 5. Help us give more children the Head Start advantage.
Teacher, what are you waiting for?
Join our team of dedicated education professionals. Apply online today at comaction.org. What are you waiting for?
Are you an HVAC and refrigeration tech looking for new opportunities? Tech24 is your single source for commercial HVAC, refrigeration, and kitchen equipment maintenance all across the country. We have exciting career opportunities with great pay and benefits in your area. To learn more, contact Brad at 864-549-8344 and check us out on the web at mytech24.com. 864-549-8344.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball from Glycod.
Welcome back to Scott County High School, side of the District 42 basketball tournament this week. First of two tonight involving Sayre and Douglas. The boys will tip off around 7:45 Eastern. Time now for your starting lineups presented by Roosters. A fun, casual place and a great place to watch tonight's game on Glycod. Visit any of their 3 Central Kentucky locations or order online at roosterswings.com. Catherine Monahan, 5'2 senior, 18 points per game, leads the 11th region in scoring. Catherine Kinder averaging 14. Adler Jones at 8 points. And Lucy Pittman also alongside Anna Mulliken. For the Broncos, the expected starters includes Jaylee Knowles, 17 points, 10 rebounds. Tamia Wade, a rising star as an 8th grader. McKaylee Bennett, Reagan Greganis, and we expect to see Miami King in the block. And a lot of fine talent on the floor tonight, Sean.
Yes, and I forgot to mention for Sayre last night, Adrian Smith, the other 8th grader who really posed her will on the backboard yesterday and really brought a physical presence for Sayre last night against Bryan Station. So kudos to her. Looking forward to her having the battle against Jalee Wade and some of that athleticism tonight in order for Sayre to have a chance.
Winner of this game will take on the winner of tomorrow night's other semifinal pitting Scott County and Henry Clay. But up first, it's Sayre and the Frederick Douglass Broncos. Stay tuned. Live basketball coming up right after this pause. You're watching Glycod.
Don Franklin, we're about more than just selling cars. We're about families, generations of them. Founded by my parents in 1968, we've been here growing alongside you. From the first family car to the newest model for the next generation, our values of trust, care, and commitment are in every handshake, every deal. With over 5,000 vehicles to choose from, check them all out at DonFranklinAuto.com. Don Franklin, driven by family.
From Glycod, it's Central Kentucky High School Basketball. Presented by Bluegrass Community and Technical College. College for the real world. College for your world. Tonight's game is brought to you by Cartown Kia in Nicholasville. Movement that inspires. IBEW Local 369. Power up your potential. Mathnasium of East and West Lexington. Changing lives through math. Roosters, a fun, casual place for wings and more. Martin's Peterbilt of Central Kentucky. Community Action Council. New Vista. Tech 24. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment. And Fast Signs. Now courtside for all the action from Glycod on Central Kentucky High School Basketball. Presented by Bluegrass Community and Technical College.
Alongside unforgettable Sean Woods and camera operator John Strange, I'm Chris Labar, and welcome back to Scott County High School at Sayre and Frederick Douglass girls basketball action. The winner moves on to the regional tournament next week. The losers season will conclude today, and this Sayre team, again, 18-9 coming in, but they've really struggled against Douglass over the years.
Yeah, they have, just because from an athletic standpoint, Douglass just had so much and was so deep. But I'm telling you now, I'm very impressed with what I saw last night, Chris, with them going against Bryan Station with the three-headed monster of the Catherine girls, Catherine Monahan, Catherine Kinder, and then the 8th grader, Adeline Jones. But don't leave out Adrian Smith, who had a major play as far as physicality for the Sayre girls going against this Douglass Juggernaut, who is projected to win the district and also get back to another region.
And for Sayre, I mean, you heard Coach Kinder talk about perhaps a little found money. They're not expected to win this game, and I think clearly the pressure on Frederick Douglass.
No doubt about it, and I think Catherine Kinder is the key to this game. If she comes out with great confidence, because she's the main ball handler for Sayre, if she comes out and she handles it and is strong with her ball and makes sure that ball gets to where it needs to get to, I like Sayre's chances on making this a basketball game going all the way down to the stretch, down to the end.
The Frederick Douglass, the home team. This Broncos bunch 20-7. They have lost 3 of 4, and you heard Coach Moberly mention it. It's been to a very difficult slate. Holy Cross of Covington, Cooper, also Sacred Heart last couple 3 weeks. And learning to play without Kate Baker.
Well, not only that, it almost reminded me of right before I would always go into conference play. I had to play all the juggernauts because we had to raise so much money. But I wanted the toughest 2-3 games on my schedule to be those last 3 right before going into conference, because I wanted to feel something that I wasn't going to feel anymore, and that was to make my body and my mind be so callous that I didn't think that nobody in my league, my level, can handle it. So I'm sure that was the play for DJ Moberly, because he's never going to back down from competition, and for the last 4 years, he's known to be the team to beat in this district.
DJ done just a fantastic job for this Frederick Douglass girls program. We talked about this both on and off the air, a high ceiling for him as a head coach.
No doubt about it. He's one of the young up-and-coming coaches in this, not only in this state, but in this country. And, he's grinding his teeth, and he's getting his feet wet coaching high school basketball, because that's where you learn. You learn patience. You learn really more X's and O's, because when you get to college, it's a little bit more about recruiting, evaluating talent, and then also coaching older women. But he's growing, and he's about ready to pop and get his chance, because he surely deserves it.
So glad you joined us tonight live on Glycod. So Sayre and Frederick Douglass. And the Broncos with an early opportunity, and there's McKaylee Bennett on the board.
Great start from Douglass. Their typical jump ball play.
See how Sayre does against the press early, and a quick turnover on their first possession.
That was one of the keys. See, can Catherine Kinder handle their pressure? They went right at her, double-teamed her, and forced her to turn the ball over. First time down the court on offense.
What do you look for from Sayre's defense? They're already packing into his own.
Well, you got to pack it in and make Douglas score the basketball over top of you. Force them to shoot jump shots, and something that, you much rather them try to, shoot jump shots more so than getting the ball in the paint just like that.
Tamia Wade on the board, and the Broncos 2 for 2. And a 2-1-2 full court press as Wade with that length will deflect it. Across the timeline, it's Adler-Jones. 49 made threes on the season for that 8th grader.
Yep, she's tough.
Jones being badgered by Oakerly on the far sideline.
Jones is more of a jump shooter than a ball handler.
Outlet pass tracked down by Adler-Jones of Sayre.
But going against this pressure of Douglas, they're going to make everyone handle the basketball.
As the Spartans inside of half court trailing 4-zip early, just over a minute has elapsed from Georgetown.
Douglas's pressure is keeping the ball way outside. There you go.
Driving in is Catherine Monahan. She's off the mark on her first try, and the rebound lassoed by Oakerly. There's Reagan Gorganis inside the arc. Back from Knowles, and off the underneath part of the backboard, it's floated back in play, and McKaylee Bennett tracks it down.
That was kind of a goofy play right there, huh, Chris? Everybody thought the ball was going out of bounds.
There's Oakerly. Gorganis flaunts up a 3. That's long, and the rebound secured by Catherine Monahan of Sayre.
Now, see, this is what, if I'm Sayre, I don't want to do. I want to get that defensive rebound. I want to push it before Douglas's pressure sets up.
Yes, Monahan being bothered by Tamia Wade up top, and the overplay. It's McKaylee Bennett again for Douglas. Rather, that's a Peyton Oakerly, and a Sayre foul.
Yeah, Coach Kinder said there was going to be some times where they did turn the basketball over, but once they got their rhythm and know where the weak spots are against this pressure, they should be fine.
So Peyton Oakerly for 5'8" sophomore. Season high 12 last week versus Sacred Heart. And the free throw off the mark.
Peyton Oakerly she stepped in for Kate Baker, and last game against Sacred Heart, she didn't do too bad.
Got a Sayre 30-second timeout. We'll join them as well. Be right back after this.
Let's get real. We offer a lot of the same courses you'll find at a four-year college. But with our small classes and personal attention, you won't get lost in the crowd. College for the real world. College for your world.
Stuck on the road? Call Martin's Peterbilt Mobile Service. Our 24/7 commercial roadside service, truck and trailer repair, and warranty service will have you back on the road in no time. Call us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Martin's Peterbilt, keeping you rolling. You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball from Glycod.
Peyton Oakerly with the free throw, and the Broncos have scored the game's first 5.
Back in that pressure.
There's Monahan being badgered, floats it across as Sayre will fumble it out on the far sideline. Trickles off Adler-Jones.
Yeah, Douglas has Sayre kind of uncomfortable right now. Sayre needs to settle down and play with more confidence.
Gorganis, extra pass. Tamia Wade flings up a 3. And a rebound scooped up by Oakerly, and she's been a force early as Sayre commits a foul.
Yes, she has. She was a pleasant surprise and a great addition after Kate Baker went out. This is who DJ Bover put in the starting lineup, Peyton Oakerly, who averaged only 2 points and 2 rebounds, but shoots a high percentage of shots from 50%.
There's Jaylee Knowles on the crafty inbound pass.
There you go. Back in that pressure.
And the Spartans needing a bucket. A 3-minute drought to start. And a fumble out of bounds off of Lucy Pittman.
Yeah, a little frustration going on right now. Sayre needs to settle down.
And one of your keys was the Broncos getting off to a nice beginning. We can put a notation. Nice solid start for Frederick Douglass.
Yes, and it's all about their pressure. It all started with their pressure and their energy.
Here's Tamia Wade, rifles it back to Okerly. Nice floater in the lane. Tapped up by Knowles, and another offensive rebound.
This is what Coach Kinder was worried about, offensive rebounds. Keeping Douglas' athleticism off the glass.
And McKaylee Bennett around to Tamia Wade. High-low from Gorganis, and Knowles trickles it in.
Great execution against Sayre's zone. Got the ball to the high post, looked high-low. Jaylee Knowles was there for the finish.
And a Bronco foul in backcourt as Knowles with 4 quick points.
Kelly Bennett got hurt her shoulder a little bit.
She sure did. High-low there from Bennett to Knowles, and Knowles conversing on the far sideline. So M.K. Bennett out as the Broncos bring on a sub.
Nia Cord.
Floater in the lane, that's going to be off from Lucy Pittman. And an outlet pass flagged down, and the Broncos with a near opportunity and a foul as Nia Carr will trot to the foul line.
That's what Coach Moberly was talking about. This is what Douglas has to get better at, those type of situations. You create turnovers, quick shots, good defensive stance, and you get a chance to run out, but you're missing the layups. You got to make sure you finish those layups as you go on in this tournament.
So many nice young players on this Broncos team, and Carr another as a sophomore, 4-point per game score.
And she's capable of putting up double figures too. She did it once or twice, once against Bryan Station, I know.
Not the script Sayre was hoping to see here, some 4 minutes deep in the game.
No, not at all. So they just got to continue to play with confidence and be strong with their ball and look opposite. There you go. You broke it.
Catherine Kinder evading pressure and a turnover. Gives it back to Douglas.
She did everything right, Chris. She came up. She beat the press. She had created some numbers, but she didn't deliver the pass.
And now Tamia Wade will orchestrate this Broncos offense.
Here's another situation where they're trying to get high-low. They're going to flash somebody in that post, I think.
Carr rifles it around the corner. Greganis. Floater in the lane is in.
Great run around Greganis, the lefty.
Greganis, her first field goal, averages 5, and nearly a 2-touchdown lead. As the ball's going to be lost out of bounds by Adler-Jones.
Yeah, that was a tough play right there. Catherine Kinder did her job. She passed the ball. Adler's got to catch that ball. She was wide open for a jump shot.
As Wade again to Greganis for Douglas. Greganis dumps it down to Knowles. That's going to trickle off of Miami King. And a nice overplay swiped down by Catherine Monahan of Sayre. Now Monahan on a break, and it's out of bounds touch last by number 0, Reagan Greganis of Douglas.
There you go. Create something off your defense. Create steals. Get some deflections. Get out in transition.
Kinder tries a 3, and it's on the board.
There we go. Here she goes. The catalyst.
53 of them now for Catherine on the year.
She's the one who gives them confidence.
Greganis with the answer.
Greganis says, hey, Catherine Kinder, anything you can do, I can do better.
As Monahan in backcourt. 16-3 Broncos start and a double dribble. Yeah. Back to Douglas.
Yeah, Catherine Monahan's got to get off of it sooner than that. You must get the ball out of your hands before you get trapped.
Greganis funnels it in. There's Carr with those teal sneaks. Jaylee Knowles. Power dribble, evades pressure, sneaks it long. And out of bounds, Sayre. Adrian Smith has checked in for the Spartans. 5 points, 7 rebound per night totals.
Dead ball. Douglas gets to set up in their pressure again. Let's see if Sayre can break it.
As Catherine Kinder coming up the floor.
There you go. Dribble with confidence.
And Greganis being bothersome at the point. There's Monahan. Greganis again on the swipe away. And Greganis angles it up and in.
Yeah, Monahan's having a hard time right now.
Reagan has 7. And deflection out will belong to Sayre. 2 more Broncos check in. Peyton Okerly, an original starter, is in, and also our first glance at sophomore Aaliyah Cheek. She'll wear number 25. There's a 3 on the inbound, a little bit long from Kinder. And Miami King out with it for Douglas. And Cheek throws that away. And back to Douglas.
Yeah, it's one of those situations right now with Sayre. Just nothing's going right. I mean, the ball's just bouncing, going right through their hands. Got to get back mentally into this basketball game if you want to have a chance.
And Nia Carr. Carr weaving her way around. There's Tamia Wade. Now Cheek, a 3. Right in the midst of Tamia Wade, perhaps too far underneath. And held ball the arrow in favor to Sayre.
Who comes up with that ball? Adrian Smith, the 8th grader.
There's Monahan.
Let's see right here, when she picks up her dribble, her teammates got to have to show themselves to give her some help.
King, great pass, and the layup blown. That's off from Okerly. That was one of your points of emphasis in the game. Douglas needs to convert those down there.
Got to, Chris. If they want to go far in this state tournament, they must make layups.
Third team Broncos foul as we slide under 30 seconds in this opening quarter. And that's going to rattle in an and one.
Another bucket for Catherine Kinder, taking upon herself. She's got to do that a lot more. She's got to stay aggressive. Keep taking on that pressure and getting by them. Make them foul you. But you must stay aggressive.
Off the mark, foul on Miami King. Broncos now with 4 team fouls, trying to answer the Kinder basket. Loose on the floor, dug out of there by Catherine Monahan. And Sayre will keep it in the balance of this quarter.
Sayre's starting to show some fight a little bit, led by Catherine Kinder, their point guard.
In backcourt, there's Kinder at 2. Kinder inside the arc, gets it off in
Look
time.
At that.
And an 18-7 Bronco lead.
Another bucket by the big-time point guard, Catherine Kinder.
Be right back after this 42nd District Semifinal on Glycod.
New year means next level math, but even the best teachers can't always provide the personal attention each child needs. Magnesium has a solution to help any student excel. Our caring, highly trained instructors use a range of teaching modes that ensure true foundational understanding. We're not about rote memorization. The Magnesium method develops the critical thinking and problem-solving skills they need to succeed, with the option to learn face-to-face online at home or face-to-face at one of our 1,000 neighborhood learning centers. Magnesium, we're changing lives through math.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball from Glycod.
Catherine Kinder with a bucket to close the first quarter.
She's the leader of this team. She's the head of the snake, Chris, and I told you she's the one who gives this team confidence, and she's doing her best right now to keep them in the game because nobody else seems to be playing with her, so she's got to do it herself until, evidently Catherine Monahan or Adler Jones gets back in the game, can help her.
Interesting to see how the extent of McKaylee Bennett's shoulder ailment is. We'll check back on that. She injured at the 4 or 5 minute mark of the first quarter and still stationed on the bench at present.
Yeah, I hope it didn't dislocate.
There's a Wade 3. And a nice rebound. That's Jaylee Knowles. How about that length, Sean?
There you go. She got the offensive rebound, and she's finished the bucket. Something that she has to do a lot more. Look at these hands right here. Look at this pressure right here by
Oakerly.
Douglas. That's big time there.
4 in succession out of the gates in the quarter for Douglas. Oakerly funneled it back, and Wade kissed it in.
They're keeping Sayre so uncomfortable right now.
And a reach-around foul on Timmy Wade. So 2 free throws for Sayre.
Timmy Wade took too long to get her hand out of the cookie jar. Got caught with it.
Lucy Pittman will steer that one in. Season high 13 in a game this year at Henry County.
Yeah, Lucy Pittman played good last night from a physical standpoint, had 8 rebounds, led the team in the rebounds last night against Bryan Station.
Just over 7 minutes in the half and a 22-9 Broncos advantage. And turnovers. Gorganis trying to find Oakerly at the foul line.
The 8th grader comes back in the game, gets a steal.
Veering baseline, Kinder off the window, and it's swirled out.
$100 move, 10-cent shot, Chris.
As Gorganis brought down the rebound for the Broncos. Carr flings up a 3. Long rebound's going to ricochet off Lucy Pittman out of bounds. It's Douglas ball.
Tell you what, if Sayre can continue to attack the rim and make some of their layups and even their foul shots, by packing this defense in and keeping Douglas outside shooting jump shots, they have a chance.
There's Carr, a little floater and a crafty basket.
Can't let them create. Split the seam like that, though.
Broncos lead this quarter 6-2. There's an Adrian Smith 3, a little bit long. And Gorganis filling the stats in this game. Relays it up to Knowles. And a foul on the Sayre Spartans.
Douglas gets that ball up and down the court so fast, Chris. Rebound, pass, up the court, layup.
Part of Knowles' game that has gotten better. She's up near 60% now on the season.
Yeah, she's got to get better at that, and I think that'll come with age and pace and more concentration as she gets more serious about the game as she grows.
And good to see McKaylee Bennett back on the floor for the Broncos as she reeled in the rebound. There's Cheek, clobbered, if you will, and Sayre out with it. Catherine Kinder applying the break for the Spartans, 2 minutes deep in this second quarter.
See, Sayre has to keep the floor spread. When they get trapped, they got to spread out.
And Catherine Monahan with a double dribble.
Yeah, Sayre's got to show more organization against the pressure with more spacing.
And a nice overplay. That's Catherine Monahan in the passing lane and lays it in.
There you go, Catherine Monahan. Maybe that could get you going right now.
So a 25-11 Broncos lead.
Stay aggressive, Sayre. Stay aggressive.
Backdoor cut. Cheek reels it in and rattles off the rim, and a foul on Sayre's Lucy Pittman.
When you're watching Douglas, you say, well, yeah, they get after you. They pressure you. They cause havoc with their defense. But I'll tell you what, DJ Moberly is very impressive with his play calling and his organization on offense. And they always get a solid shot every time down the court. That's predicated to how organized he is and what they do in practice.
Off the mark, and the putback not going to go either. That was Okerley that missed from the doorstep.
Another hustle play, Chris, but missed the layup.
Now Kinder going to utilize a pair of screens on that far sideline. They'll dump it in the post to Pittman.
Got to swing it over.
Adler-Jones. And the Spartans doing a lot of dribbling now. It's going to go north as Kinder floats it back for a three. That's well off the mark from Adler-Jones.
That's what they wanted, though.
There's Greganis. Shot it with the right, which is her offhand. It's off, but Knowles connects.
She eats up the glass. That's what she does. Her long athleticism, she just creates all type of havoc on the offensive glass.
Very few matchups for her in the 11th region.
Yes, it is, because she could take you outside, she could take you inside, and she'll out-hustle you for loose balls and offensive rebounds.
There's Monahan, Catherine Monahan, number 10 with it, and she'll travel.
Yeah.
Winner takes on the winner of tomorrow night's 6 p.m. semifinal of Scott County and Henry Clay. The two winners meet on Friday to swipe the nets at 6 p.m.
Sayre's packing it in again. Let's see if they flash it from somebody in the high post.
There's Greganis off a screen, hoist to three and knocks it in.
Great poise and patience to get a great open look with a down pick by Jaylee Knowles.
Reagan Greganis, her game has really improved over the last couple of years.
And she's playing with great confidence right now, great pace.
That one's off the heel from Pittman. And Knowles, now Bennett runs the break. Greganis this time from the right. Cheek. And Knowles muscles it in.
She's unstoppable down there. She's so long, and she just towers over you, putting the ball back in the basket.
Under 3 minutes now in this first half. Catherine Kinder long with that attempt. And Peyton Oakley out with it now. 0 Greganis. And Greganis has it deflected away as Sayre brings it down. That's Catherine Monahan. Monahan reverse layup off. And it's Sayre ball as Oakley steps on the baseline.
Tough move by Monahan. She had a reverse layup, just couldn't gather to put the ball in the hole.
Take a look at the Greganis three.
Wide open. She's good at that, Chris. She's playing with so much confidence right now.
Inbound, and Monahan has that one miss. It's McKaylee Bennett, and how about Monahan racing back to intercept that ball?
Good hustle. Not giving up on the play.
Just over 2:20 in this second quarter. And out of bounds to the Spartans.
Monahan's having problems of not wanting to go left, and Douglas sees that, and they're just sitting on that right hand, forcing her to go left. And whenever she does that and she trusts it, she's got a wide open lane to the basket.
At a Sayre sub as Lucy Pittman will shuttle out. There's Adler-Jones, a three. Well off that time, but chased down by Anna Mulliken.
Adler-Jones is not playing with the same rhythm that she did last night. Credit Douglas's pressure, rushing her with her jump shots.
Adrian Smith off, ricocheted around, and it's going to find McKaylee Bennett of Douglas. There's Bennett. She's in a big-time hurry. And it's touched last by the very hustling Catherine Kinder of Sayre.
Look at Catherine Kinder. She's giving you everything she's got. She's doing her best to just keep Sayre in this basketball game. Great leadership.
Tamia Wade, a three. Got it!
There's the 8th grader that everybody's talking about.
In the passing lane, that's Miami King, and King tacks on two more.
Can't throw lob passes. Douglas will run right through those.
There's Monahan dribbling up the far sideline and a deflection out of bounds.
Pressure just wears you down. It makes you feel like there's 10 people out there on the other team, Chris.
And certainly for Sayre in the schedule they play, they've had a fantastic season, but really haven't faced the caliber of competition they're seeing tonight.
No, and sometimes, that doesn't prepare you for tournament time. Look at that right there by Catherine Kinder. 1-on-5.
And the basket goes in. And it's off from Wade. And it's going to stay Douglas.
Going back to what we were talking about, sometimes that's not good for you. It doesn't prepare you for what you're really going to be going through, what you got to go through and face once the tournament starts. You got to get your girls ready for all the competition that you can get.
Well done again as King. 4 quick points in a span of about 45 seconds. The Broncos pasting Sayre by 27. In backcourt. And Wade and Smith.
Okay, Wade, 2 8th graders going at it.
Be Sayre possession.
Those 2 middle schoolers, Chris, going at it out there.
Under a minute now in the frame. Great effort on both sides. There's Monahan off the window. And Gorgana snatches the rebound. Now Nia Carr. Back outside to Mia Wade, a 3. Yep.
There she goes. She can do everything. She can play make. She can pass. She can drive. And as you can see, 2 straight 3s.
There's Smith underneath, and she'll coax it in.
Good 8th grader.
There's Tamia Wade, little heat check. Out of bounds, Sayre with just over 11 seconds in this first half.
Tamia Wade can make her presence felt in a heartbeat. She can go on a run by herself for about 30, 40 seconds.
There's Adler-Jones and a foul on Douglas. Just over 3 seconds in the first half. Again, coming up about 7:45, we'll have the boys' version of Sayre and Douglas. Broncos, they've won 17 of 18. They're 22-3 on the season. Sayre, a very quality 17-11. And they were very impressive last night versus Scott County.
Yes, they were, and I hope they can play with that same type of energy and that same type of pace at finishing at the rim and also making free throws. If they do, they have a chance.
Lots to talk about in that game. There's Mulliken weaving it around to Monahan, and that's going to close the first half. A very impressive first 2 quarters for Frederick Douglass. The top seed leads Sayre 43-15. We'll step aside, more coverage right after this timeout. You're watching Glycod.com.
Children love Head Start, and you will too. Community Action Council's prep academies are hiring now. Head Start is an early childhood education program for children from birth to age 5. Help us give more children the Head Start advantage.
Teacher, what are you waiting for?
Join our team of dedicated education professionals. Apply online today at comaction.org. What are you waiting for?
At Don Franklin, we're about more than just selling cars. We're about families, generations of them. Founded by my parents in 1968, we've been here growing alongside you. From the first family car to the newest model for the next generation, our values of trust, care, and commitment are in every handshake, every deal. With over 5,000 vehicles to choose from, check them all out at DonFranklinAuto.com. Don Franklin, driven by family.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
Are you an HVAC and refrigeration tech looking for new opportunities? Tech 24 is your single source for commercial HVAC, refrigeration, and kitchen equipment maintenance all across the country. We have exciting career opportunities with great pay and benefits in your area. To learn more, contact Brad at 864-549-8344 and check us out on the web at mytech24.com. 864-549-8344.
Home of excellent service, support, and satisfaction, Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment is your one-stop mower shop. Family owned since 1985, Lexington Outdoor offers top brands like Husqvarna, Toro, Grasshopper, and Echo. Plus, free pickup and delivery. Located just 2 miles west of Douglas High School, they're open weekdays and most Saturday mornings. For more info, stop in or visit their website at lexoutdoorpower.com. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job.
A new year means next level math, but even the best teachers can't always provide the personal attention each child needs. Magnesium has a solution to help any student excel. Our caring, highly trained instructors use a range of teaching modes that ensure true foundational understanding. We're not about rote memorization. The Magnesium method develops the critical thinking and problem-solving skills they need to succeed, with the option to learn face-to-face online at home or face-to-face at one of our 1,000 neighborhood learning centers. Magnesium, we're changing lives through math.
Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by Mathnasium of East and West Lexington, sponsor of tonight's Scholar Athlete. Mathnasium unlocks the math potential in every child.
Welcome back to Scott County High School. Tonight's Scholar Athlete of the Week is presented by Mathnasium. They are changing lives through math, and thanks as always to Mathnasium for their great support of high school athletics on Glycod. They are trusted by over 1 million parents. Again, visit mathnasium.com for more information. Tonight it's Sayre's Catherine Kinder. 4.0 GPA, not too shabby, and Catherine, an outstanding student athlete for Sayre. Congratulations, Catherine Kinder, tonight's Scholar Athlete of the Week. Let's check in with Sean Woods. He's with Rob Goodman of Sayre.
Here with Coach Goodman of Sayre. Coach, you had a big-time win last night. Very impressive. But the main thing we always talked about, and that's one of the reasons why you had such a good night, was you shot the ball better, you finished at the rim, but you made free throws. Same thing, recipe tonight. Don't you think, as far as you having success against Douglas this time around?
Well, 100%. I mean, I think that we have to, I've talked before, rebounding in this district is the key to everything, right? Making free throws every night is the key, of course. We got to give ourselves a chance. And if we shoot the ball and we go rebound the misses, we got a great chance tonight. So we've got the size advantage. We just have to show up and play and not get in foul trouble and handle the ball, and hopefully it'll be a war.
Well, I think you and I have talked about it. If you're scoring, that means you can get into your pressure and you can keep them uncomfortable. But when you're not scoring, you can't get into your pressure. Now that allows them to bring the ball up freely and do what they do, especially on the offensive glass. So is that one of the major keys? Make sure we finish shots, the easy ones at the rim, okay? Three's going to come and go, but if we finish the ones that we need to get, that means that we executed well to get the layup. Now we can receive some of the fruits from our labor, putting that pressure on them and keeping them on their heels.
Of course, and we like to press, and one thing we can't allow is Douglas getting transition. Douglas is the best transition team we've seen all year. You let them get out and run, and they can go. So, we've got to do a good job with our pressure of keeping them in front of us and not looking at the back of their shirt, seeing the front of them. So,
well, Coach, we talked about the keys. Give me the three right now that you need to do to have a chance to win this basketball game and move on to the district finals, the semifinals.
Again, number 1's rebound. Number 2 is hit free throws. And number 3 is contain.
Well, I'm telling you what. If Chase Parker and Jackson Howard comes to play and be the Windex man that they were last night, and you got Brock Kaufman doing what he does, and then you Luke Pennington just running the show and being solid.
Yep.
I like your chances to make this a heck of a game tonight.
Well, and again, if we play like we can, this game ought to be a war, and that's what we're hoping for, to put on the show out here, and hopefully by the end of the game, walk out of here and have a chance to come back up and talk to you guys again.
Hey, this is what Fayette County basketball is all about, baby. And we knew what type of tournament it was going to be, because everybody and anybody can beat everybody and anybody, and you ain't no exception, brother.
I appreciate it, and again, I think we're right there with them, and again, I just hope tonight things go our way. So we're looking forward to it.
Well, Coach, good luck tonight.
Thank you.
And we'll be back with more on Glycod.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
Donating plasma is an easy way to earn up to $600 a month as a new donor while saving lives. That's right. Every donation you make helps patients in need survive and thrive. Returning donors also see monthly bonus payouts and I Give Rewards points. Go to cslplasma.com to learn more about plasma donation. CSL Plasma. Good for you, great for life.
With Fast Signs, create striking custom visuals that inspire pride district-wide. Fast Signs, make your statement.
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with Glycod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
Let's get real. We offer a lot of the same courses you'll find at a four-year college. But with our small classes and personal attention, you won't get lost in the crowd. College for the real world. College for your world.
When it comes to vaping, the truth can get clouded. So let's make it clear. Vaping is not safe for youth.
Because vaping can put microscopic particles into your lungs.
And dangerous things like metals into your body.
And nicotine, which can harm a person's brain development through their mid-20s.
With appealing flavors, high nicotine levels, and lots of promotion on social media.
Many kids think vaping is harmless, but it's not.
So talk to your kids about the risks of vaping.
Because when you talk, they hear you.
At Don Franklin, we're about more than just selling cars. We're about families, generations of them. Founded by my parents in 1968, we've been here growing alongside you. From the first family car to the newest model for the next generation, our values of trust, care, and commitment are in every handshake, every deal. With over 5,000 vehicles to choose from, check them all out at donfranklinauto.com. Don Franklin, driven by family.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by Central Kentucky Driving School, raising the bar in driver education. Man of War Harley-Davidson, 100% Kentucky owned and operated. And by Don Franklin Auto, driven by family.
Back to Scott County High School. It is just minutes away from the third quarter here on Glycod. Sayre trailing Frederick Douglass 43-15. Time now for a few halftime stats presented by Community Action Council. They are helping people and changing lives. Frederick Douglass plus 13 on the backboard, and they off to a big 45-15 lead here to start this second half.
Well, let's see if Douglas can come out with a great start like they did the first half. But Sayre's got to do something, create some turnovers, and change the pace of the game in order to have a chance. There you go.
And Sayre with an opportunity in the open floor, and that's going to be up and in.
Great start by Sayre. Catherine Monahan gets a steal. She's got to make more of her presence felt in the second half.
There's Greganis off the mark. And the putback won't go either. Lucy Pittman committing the foul for Sayre, and to the foul line is Peyton Okerly.
Peyton Okerly, she's been put in the starting lineup after Kate Baker went out with a knee injury. She brings a lot of toughness and quickness to the game.
44-17 with just over 7 minutes left in this third quarter. Trapped near half court, and either a held ball or a foul. Looks like a Broncos foul.
Kinger dribble to the coffin corner right there. There's 4 corners that you don't want to get caught in. That's in the corners on the baseline and corners at half court.
Yeah, Sayre will send it across. Here's Lucy Pittman. Just a solid, crisp first half performance by the top-seeded Broncos. And a foul near side on the Broncos.
Yeah, the Broncos came in and did what they were supposed to do in the first half, and they got to continue to do it to keep this momentum up. They can't let up and develop bad habits. Got to continue to finish and play with great hustle. Out of bounds, going to Douglas.
I think for the Broncos here, Sean, just trying to take care of business and move this up to a running clock scenario. Right now, 27-point advantage.
What you want to do is you want to continue to do what you do. You know, you don't want to take nothing for granted. You want to play your game. You want to continue to use this to get better because you know it's going to be tougher foes as you move on in this tournament. Good run down by Mikhail Bennett.
McKaylee Bennett back to Reagan Greganis. Mid-range jumper is off. There's Knowles skying for the rebound, and she'll put it up and in.
That's what she does. Use her length and athleticism to go over Sayre to get another rebound and put back.
Okerly.
Another great play.
Possessing it near sideline.
By Peyton Okerly.
Greganis steering in a big three.
Another three for Greganis.
And a 34-point advantage, 5:35 in this third quarter. Greganis now 13 points. That's a season high for the junior.
I'll tell you what, for a person only shooting 29% from three, she's lighting it up tonight.
Monahan has that swirl out, and it's just been a night like that tonight for Sayre thus far.
Yes, it has. Even their open looks, they're not knocking them down.
Nia Carr back in. McKaylee Bennett will check out for the Broncos as we have but 5 minutes left in this third quarter.
Sayre's trying to pack it in.
Greganis weaving her way in the lane. I think wrong place, wrong time as the Broncos commit a foul. It's on Reagan Greganis. There you see head coach DJ Moberly as his group moving on. We'll advance to the regional next week and play for the district championship on Friday at 6 p.m. opposite either host Scott County or Henry Clay.
Pressure bust pipes. This Douglas women's basketball team is relentless.
Deflected out off. Looks like Jaylene Knowles got a hand on that. And her defense, Sean, is what she's able to do with all that length.
That's going to be the story of her game as she grows older. She's long and athletic, and colleges are looking at that from a potential standpoint, what she brings to the table.
There's Nia Carr, angles it up and off. And a foul as the clock now idle at 4:38. And we're on the verge of a running clock as Frederick Douglass trying to tack on 2 more from the foul line.
Nia Card shooting 64% from the free throw line. Nothing but 9-line right there.
That one's going to be off. And we're going to have a held ball, arrow to Sayre. We hope to catch up with DJ Moberly at the conclusion of this game, in between games, with the boys to tip off around 7:45 Eastern.
Yeah, we got Murray Garvin up here. We're going to try to get him at the next time out to discuss his strategy against the Sayre Trojans.
There's a 3, that's off, and the rebound brought down by the Broncos as Carr floats it over now to Tamia Wade. Under 4 minutes in this third as Wade rips in for a layup.
The 8th grader driving in there, finishing at the rim. Good block by Jaylee Knowles. She came out of nowhere to block that one.
And Knowles, the beneficiary of the defense, and now we're up to a running clock and a 39-point advantage with 3:30 in this third quarter.
Yeah, I think Coach Eric Kinder needs to call a timeout to stop the bleeding a little bit.
And a travel as the Broncos on their way to win number 21 of the season. The win will raise Douglas's district mark this season to 7-0. And just a team, they've been so sound in so many ways this season, can beat you just in a bevy of ways. Case in point, Wade with the theft in basket.
Right there, look at that. They just never stop.
There's Wade rifling it in. And a foul on Sayers. The clock now under 2:30 in this third quarter. There's Knowles. And deflected over by Catherine Kinder for a moment. Nia Carr, a deep 3, and chased down her own rebound, though. Carr up and off. And now the ball possessed by Catherine Monahan. Under 2 minutes in this third quarter. And a held ball as Knowles tangled up with Anna Mulligan. So possession, Douglas. .143 now, third quarter.
Alea Chick checks in. She's another one. Douglas is just so deep with energy-type players that enhances his press. The deeper he goes, the quicker he becomes.
And you've got to Cheek, Carr, Nature, all players off the bench that are a factor. And there's 2 for Catherine Monahan.
She needed that just from a confidence standpoint. Ill-advised pass by Tamia Wade. Then she compounded it with a foul and the N1 on the other end.
And Monahan off as a lead at 39 with 55 seconds in this third, and a foul at the other end as the Broncos will shoot 2.
Look at Alea Wade. Got the rebound, led the break. Great bounce pass for a layup.
Nia Carr really didn't play much on earlier this season. She's been a factor here after the first of the year, and now she's a double-figure minute type player.
Well, as you go through the season, you figure out who you got, who you can count on, and she's showed Coach DJ Moberly that she's worthy for some minutes, and she's been getting a lot here lately.
And a 60-19 Broncos lead with 34 seconds in this third quarter. Kinder's shot is off the mark, and Wade brings it down for Douglas.
Look at it with a head up.
Wade finds Cheek. Nice unselfish pass. Carr from the doorstep is off. King follows. And Sayre with a rebound at 11 seconds in this third quarter. And a running clock is Kinder at 5. Lobs it to Monahan at 2. Monahan off the mark, and that's going to take us to the fourth. Broncos 8 minutes away from a date in the district championship. We'll step aside. More coverage coming up right after this.
Let's get real. With us, you'll get a great education that can lead to a great career faster. Even better, you won't end up with crippling debt. College for the real world. College for your world.
People want to define Gen Z, but that's our job.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives. And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time while I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by the Kentucky Army National Guard. Serve your country while going to school or work full-time. Find your fit at nationalguard.com.
Back live at Scott County High School. Chris LeBar alongside former UK Wildcat Sean Woods. It's great to have you with us as we get set for the fourth quarter and a 60-19 Broncos lead. So Douglas going to take on the winner of tomorrow night's game between Scott County and Henry Clay as we look ahead to that game. Scott County, the underdog, although on their home floor, losing twice this season to Henry Clay by an average of 7 points. We'll see what Sayre can do here with 7:55 in this fourth quarter and a running clock. Lofted pass brought down by Pittman. And a foul underneath on Frederick Douglass. Monahan, a three in the corner, comes up a little bit short. Nice rebound by Adrian Smith. And there's Miami King for the loose ball. The arrow will stay Sayre. Or will it? Nope, it'll be Douglas ball. Under 7 minutes to play. Niakara three, that's off. And Lucy Pittman with a rebound with 6:45 in this fourth quarter, and a block coming out by Aaliyah Cheek for the Broncos. And Sayre with a personal. Anna Mulliken will foul out. And Mulliken's high school career likely to conclude here. She fouls out with 6:20 left in this game. Wade for a three. That one off to the left, and the rebound pinballed around, brought down by Catherine Kinder of Sayre with just under 6 minutes in this fourth quarter.
Yeah, it's just Douglas has just worn down Sayre from the beginning, Chris, and you know, so it's unfortunate, but that just shows you how dominant Douglas is and has been all year.
Miami King in the open floor will foul Monahan. So you've got this Broncos team again now 21-7, guaranteed at least 2 more games, win or lose on Friday night, but they'll be a big favorite. Right, and a solid chance to host a regional game next week as well.
Yeah, and even tonight, I don't see where they miss Kate Butler. They miss her, from a spiritual standpoint. But right now, the last couple games, they've been playing okay. They just got to continue to do that, and like we talked earlier, make their easy shots when they force turnovers.
Yeah, Kate Baker on the far sideline for the Broncos, and they're playing differently. You've got Carr, Major, Peyton Okerley is delivered, and Reagan Greganis a career high tonight. With just under 5 minutes to play.
And that just shows you how deep Douglas is. You know, he can go 10 deep and not miss a beat from an energy and effort standpoint. That press is still going to be effective. And look at you see now, person coming off the bench, getting offensive rebounds.
Carr's shot is off. Inside the arc, Major has that rattle out.
In and out.
With 4:30 in this fourth quarter. And a double dribble on Nia Carr of Frederick Douglass.
DJ seems like he's kind of softening up a little bit. Picking up at half court instead of full court.
Nice take underneath. They're going to wave it off as Catherine Kinder called for a travel.
Great try, great try.
King in with the left.
Miami King, averaging 5 points a game.
That's a great name for a basketball player, isn't it?
Yes, it is. I want to meet her mom. I want to ask her, why did she name her Miami? She must have had a heck of a trip in Miami to name her daughter Miami.
3 in for Sayre. A 62-24 lead with 3:20 left. We're going to have a Bronco 30-second timeout. We'll take a quick pause as well. You're watching the 42nd District Semifinal on Glycod.
Glycod on YouTube is Kentuckiana's fastest growing high school sports video site. When you click to subscribe, don't forget to tap the bell and be notified of our upcoming live broadcasts and other unique video content. Subscribe for free now at youtube.com/Glycod.
With Fast Signs, create striking custom visuals that inspire pride district-wide. Fast Signs, make your statement.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball from Glycod.
Back in Georgetown, Chris LeBar, former Ben Jobe National Coach of the Year, Sean Woods, our camera operator, John Strange, Steve Bird, our producer. 3:20 left, and the Broncos having their way with underdog Sayre.
Sayre still packing it in. Broncos still getting that ball to the high post there.
Shuffle pass around. Aaliyah Cheek had it momentarily. Well, baseline jumper, that's going to be off the mark. And a Sayre foul with 2:46 to play.
Tiana Tishner getting some burn tonight. She's another 8th grader, Chris.
So much youth on the floor. And take a look at Sayre sidelines, and their season's going to end tonight. But I'll tell you what, a great performance last night and a solid season. 18 wins for them this year.
Well, kudos to them because they got their first district win yesterday. That was their first win in the district in I don't know how long. They couldn't even remember. So kudos to them. That's letting you know that this program is heading in the right direction under Coach Eric Kinder.
2:25 left. We'll catch up with DJ Moberly in between games as the boys will tip off around 7:40 to 7:45. You'll also hear from head coach Murray Garvin of Douglas. Sean caught up with him a moment ago. 2 minutes now, less than that remaining. And a Sayre foul. With 1:50 left, Catherine Monahan called for her first foul tonight. Sean, she really struggled to get off the three-point shot.
Because you have to give credit to Douglas by speeding her up. They never allowed her to get comfortable, to get to her spots and establish a rhythm. And with that, it just threw her off, and she just could never get anything going.
That's going to swirl out with 1:15 left. That's off from Catherine Kinder.
Hit one. Adler-Jones had a wide open shot, just couldn't knock it down again.
With 49 seconds to play. .28 seconds left, and Cheek back for a foul with 23 seconds now remaining.
I'm going to say something and everyone who's watching about what I'm really impressed with as a coach. And when you watch other coaches and their teams, what impresses you the most? One thing you really judge a coach on is how hard their teams play. There's 21 seconds left to go in the game, Chris, and DJ Moberly's Douglas Lady Broncos team is still playing like it's 20 minutes, like it's just the first 5 minutes by other young ladies that are coming in and off the bench. That is amazing, and kudos to him as from a program standpoint of how he's established the culture of just playing hard, no matter what the time of score is.
I want to mention this with 3 seconds left. We are enduring some technical difficulties. We're going to pause streams. We're going to shut this down as this game has now gone final. And we're going to join you here in a few moments. We're going to get a few things rectified, get ready for the boys' game. So stay tuned. We'll be back shortly. For Sean Woods, I'm Chris LeBar. Thanks for joining us tonight. More coverage right after this. But again, we'll start a second stream momentarily on Glycod.
From Glycod, this has been Central Kentucky High School Basketball. Presented by Bluegrass Community and Technical College. College for the real world. College for your world. Tonight's game was brought to you by Cartown Kia in Nicholasville. Movement that inspires. IBEW Local 369. Power up your potential. Mathnasium of East and West Lexington. Changing lives through math. Roosters, a fun casual place for wings and more. Martin's Peterbilt of Central Kentucky. Community Action Council. New Vista. Tech 24, Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, and Fast Signs.
For schedule information about our upcoming broadcasts, visit our website, glicod.com, Facebook and Twitter @Glycod. We thank you for tuning into this live sports presentation from Glycod.